You ever witnessed someone destroy their own life in slow motion?
I have, and it happened in the most ironic way possible in front of a judge, under oath. The person in question was my ex-husband, Marcus. If chaos had a human form, it was him. Our marriage had been a battlefield, and the divorce was a much better. Endless delays, ridiculous demands, even filing bogus motions just to waste my time. If Marcus had invested half as much energy into our relationship as he did into being vindictive, maybe we wouldn't have ended up in front of a judge, but here we were. When he walked into the courthouse that morning, my jaw nearly dropped. Marcus had brought his new girlfriend, very pregnant, and she stayed close to him like a trophy. At first, I thought it was just a bizarre choice for moral support, but then I saw the smug look in his eyes, and it clicked. This was part of a scheme. His plan was obvious. He wanted the judge to see him as a doting soon-to-be father who couldn't possibly afford our divorce settlement, a man with new responsibilities. He was going to play the sympathy card and hope it erased the ironclad prenup we had signed years earlier. I could practically hear the speech forming in his head. Your Honor, I'm about to have a baby. I can't be expected to take on more financial burden. Only problem for him? I knew something he didn't think I knew, that baby wasn't his. See, Marcus always thought he was clever, but he was sloppy. He didn't realize I had friends in the right places who kept me informed. I knew his girlfriend had been with someone else before Marcus came into the picture, and I knew that the pregnancy was nowhere near as conveniently timed as he thought. So I didn't flinch. I didn't glare. I didn't protest. Because my lawyer, David, was ready. David was the kind of man who could dismantle a lie without ever raising his voice. He'd been methodically dismantling Marcus's antics for months. In contrast, Marcus had burned through 3 different lawyers before landing on the one representing him that day, a nervous-looking young guy who clearly wanted this case to be his big break. The judge entered, and Marcus's attorney wasted no time launching into his performance. Your Honor, my client has been burdened with immense emotional and financial strain, especially as he prepares to welcome a new child into the world. Marcus even did the whole arm around the girlfriend thing, giving her a reassuring squeeze while glancing at me like, bet you're sweating now. I wasn't. When David finally rose to speak, he didn't raise an objection. He simply waited for the silence to settle. Then, in a measured voice, he said, before we proceed, Your Honor, there's one matter that must be clarified.
Who is the father of this child?
The courtroom shifted. Marcus's smirk faltered for the first time. His lawyer stammered. Well, my client believes. David interrupted, eyebrows raised.
So there's no confirmation?
The judge turned to Marcus.
Have you had a paternity test?
Marcus's mouth opened, then closed.
No, I didn't think.
You assumed, the judge finished, unimpressed.
And there's no evidence connecting this child to you?
David slid a manila folder across the table.
We have substantial reason to believe the child is not my client's responsibility. Here are photographs of Mr. Hayes's partner with another man taken during the time frame of conception. The photos were damning. Vacation shots, holding hands, kissing, and then David delivered the death blow. We also have medical records confirming the first positive pregnancy test occurred months after Mr. Hayes and my client had separated. The judge's eyes hardened. Mr. Hayes, this court does not tolerate misleading tactics.
The prenup stands. There will be no alimony or additional compensation. Marcus looked like someone had just pulled the floor out from under him. His lawyer stared at the desk like it might open up and swallow him whole, but Marcus wasn't done making a fool of himself.
This isn't fair, he burst out. She's walking away with everything, and I have a baby on the way.
The judge exhaled slowly.
Mr. Hayes, this court does not make financial judgments based on emotional pleas. If you wish to prove paternity, file the appropriate motion.
Until then, this pregnancy has no legal bearing here. Marcus turned to me, desperation replacing arrogance. You're really going to do this to me? To our child? I tilted my head.
You sure you want to go on record claiming that?
Because we can arrange a court-ordered paternity test today. His jaw tightened. He said nothing. Everyone in the room knew why. The gavel came down. This hearing is concluded, I thought. That would be the end of it. It wasn't. Minutes later, as I stepped into the hallway, Marcus stormed out after me, face flushed. You're a snake, he spat. You set me up. I smiled. No, Marcus, you set yourself up. I just watched. He tried one last angle, turning to my mother who had reluctantly attended and pleading, You're okay with this? With her humiliating me? My mom crossed her arms. I'm not okay with what you tried to pull. You fooled us once. Never again. Before Marcus could retort, a stern voice called from behind him. Mr. Hayes, 2 court officers approached. The judge has recommended an inquiry into possible perjury and fraud. You'll need to come with us. Marcus's face drained of color. Wait, what? No, this is, but they were already guiding him back into the courtroom. Over the next few months, I heard bits and pieces. The court fined him for wasting resources. His lawyer dropped him. His application for government aid was denied for lack of paternity proof. And in the most poetic twist, his pregnant girlfriend left him apparently. After the trial, the timeline of conception started to bother her new man too. One day, a text came through from an unknown number. Hope you're happy, I replied. I am, thanks for asking. Then I blocked him. Marcus had spent years trying to manipulate me, control me, and drain me dry. Now he was broke, alone, and powerless. And for the first time in a long time, I was free.